be law. Stimulus payments are expected to start going out to American taxpayers beginning this weekend by direct deposit. So that's great, right? What's also great is that there's going to be expansion of the child tax credit for American citizens. Now, how that's going to play out for people who haven't filed their taxes yet, we're not quite sure because that's to be determined at IRS how they're going to start distributing it or when. But the expected date is this summer. So if you've already filed your taxes, they have not given us instructions yet on how to go about reclaiming that child tax credit for you. I don't see the IRS handling millions of amendments. I don't think that's feasible. Most likely, if you filed your tax return this year, now this is a guess, I'm guessing. I just think it would make sense to me, and I could be proven wrong, because I've been proven wrong quite a few times this year. But what's going to make sense to me is that they allow you to claim the credit next year to follow up on it. Because at the end of the day, trying to do 20-something million, now what is it, like 35 million taxpayers already filed their taxes this year? Trying to turn back around and do that many amendments is going to be just catastrophic for the system. Keep in mind that they're still paying returns from last year. I've had several clients who had to go through a process of filing amendments, grandfather ID, and in some cases they didn't receive their IRS payments until this year. So with that being said, it's going to be very, very important to kind of be patient with this thing and let it play out and realize that it's not all we can do about it at this point, but the money will get funded to you. It's just a question of once they decide the method of distributing. We're talking about the child tax credit. It looks to me like the stimulus is going to follow the same path it's been following: direct deposit, check by mail. If you use a third-party tax service like J&B Insurance and Taxes, for instance, Jackson Hewitt, TurboTax, they a lot of times your banking your refund, even when it's direct deposit, is processed to a third-party bank, or in some cases, an in-house bank, but depending on how large the organization is that's filing your taxes. My point is, it's a possibility, even though you set up direct deposit for your refund every single year, there's a possibility that IRS does not have your direct deposit information on file. And we saw a lot of that last tax season was going to MetaBank or going to TurboTax's bank, and then or H&R Block. I think the money was going to people's green cards or Emerald cards, pardon me. And the whole point I'm trying to make is that the money will get to you. There's ways to reclaim it. Just be patient. It's not your tax company's fault. It's a system that came in place from an emergency situation, and I think everyone did the best they could to handle it. Speaking of stimulus and tax payments, if you filed, quite a few people have experienced some delays this year for tax season, and I've talked about those delays in some other videos that I've taken. And one of those biggest reasons is because of stimulus payments in general, reclaiming the credit, or in some cases claiming the credit and then they have to remove the credit because their system is showing they're paid out already, they're showing checks cash, or things going to direct deposit. Now, at some point, we know checks can get cashed without you cashing them. So we're going to try to find you some answers. What do you do about it? What do you do when this claim that when the IRS is saying that, look, we funded this already, and you come back and say, no, you might have funded it, but we didn't cash it. And I'm going to find out most likely, it'll probably be a form that you send in. And I'm just guessing, but to me, if they don't give it to you when you file your taxes and you can get tax return, or if they deny it, or they're not really denying, they're just not paying it. They're just saying, hey, we already paid this, and they're removing the credit. So you're thinking at some point there might be a method that you can use to contest that within reason. But if you know you received the money, cash the check, and hey, don't press the issue if you can't claim the credit or your income tax return, because first of all, that's going to be a federal crime for lying on a government document. Second of all, because they don't take you to jail, right? What they can do is come back and take the money from you and charge you penalties and interest on it, and then cause more problems for you. So my thing is just be realistic and be patient with that system, with the process, which has worked out relatively well so far. All right, new stimulus things. We talked about the child tax credit, and we'll get into more of that, I guess. I think the biggest thing everybody's worried about, we know it's going to be an increase in child tax credit, which will benefit parents and families across multiple income brackets, in the middle class, and of course in the lower classes that we're seeing some of the full effects of the child tax credit. But the distribution of it we're not clear on. But once we're clear on it, we will post some information to kind of keep you guys in the loop, so to speak. the stimulus for individual taxpayers went up. I left that out. That's important, right? $1,400 per tax person, per taxpayer. So if you're a married couple, that's $1,400 for you, $1,400 for your wife, $20 total. If you have dependents, it's $1,400 dependents per dependent. And I need to see what the cutoff is. I'm under pressure. I know they made changes to it for the age limits to it, which I think were 17 last year, 16 last year. I will get some information for you, and I'll post that in the caption below. Alrighty, unemployment benefits are going to be extended additionally. That's a great thing. Also, be better to get back to work, but you do what you can do until you can do what you want to do. With that being said, I want to spend a whole lot of time on the stimulus, because I'm not in the stimulus business. I'm in the income tax preparation and insurance business. And we offer several options for income tax preparation, remote options. We schedule appointments by office. We don't take a lot of walk-ins. I will take a walk-in, but here's why I don't take a lot of walk-ins, because walk-ins during the pandemic are not safe for you. We have people come in and pick up checks. We have people come in that want to talk in private. And I'm just not real bigger right now. I'm trying to fill this place up full of people, because I don't want you guys to get sick, all right, or get me sick, right? And we've always been in a position to be able to go out and do business remotely. What else? I believe it's something now. Oh, I can't believe this out. And we offer up to $100 for every new income tax referral you send us, all right? So if you're a family and friend, or you have a family member or a friend or a coworker that needs help with their income taxes, hey, give me a call, 713-340-7963. Text me the information, text me their name and number, and I'll do it, or somebody in the office to give those guys a call and get them in the office. And once we get paid on them, either they pay us up front, or they pay us when they pay us through when we receive our fees. Once their income tax check is processed, we write the check up to $100. And I say up to $100 because we try to be with the reasons. If it's a $100 tax return, well, we can't write a check for $100, but we'll still pay you a referral fee. If it's a more complex tax return, maybe a small business tax return, an itemized tax return that we tend to charge more for, maybe this person has additional rental properties, that's more expensive, a more expensive return. A return with multiple schedules, multiple repetitive forms, that's a little bit more, then we'll try to do our best to get you close to $100 we can. If we can't get you all the way there, hey, don't. And we're saying it here right here now that up to. So we do the best we can. We're being reasonable to our client and being reasonable to the amount of time we put into working for something. I don't talk about insurance enough. We offer a full line of insurance products. We're branching on to life insurance products. For those who have interest in protecting your family members and loved ones after your departure date, hopefully which won't be anytime soon, but we need to plan for the future. We also offer commercial insurance, auto insurance, homeowners, and we ship pretty much everything under the sun through an agreement we have with a marketing company. So if you have insurance questions about anything from events to your boat, to your motorcycle, to your hot rod, to your classic cars, give me a call. We have a company that will insure. With that being said, this is Michael. Thank you for your time. All right. Thank you for watching. And please share this with a family member or friend. And please like my page. Please like our page, our channel here on YouTube. And then keep us going, man. We're trying to get all the likes we can. And feel free to engage in some of these conversations, because we want to hear you. We want your input. We want to hear your stories. And we want to do what we can to kind of help you get things figured out, whatever your financial situation is, whether you're talking about your insurance, income tax preparation, or income tax planning for something more complex, and you have multiple sources of income, and you want a long-term plan. So with that being said, this is Michael. Have a great night. Thank you.